Please join me in welcoming our very own international award-winning. And again, Robert Renteria was the first Latino in the world to ever receive the International Outstanding Humanitarian Award for promoting global peace and education.
Is a time that yes, you can change, and yes, you can grow, and yes, you can be anybody you want to be, but you gotta believe. You gotta believe, and believe is like air. It's in this room. Even though you can't see it, you need it to survive. So even though you can't see it, we still breathe, right? And even though you can't see God, we still believe, right? It's called faith. Faith to be anybody you want to be. My whole life, people said to me, Robert, you ain't never going to be nobody. I love you too. People told me that I didn't have what it took. I was never going to be nobody. People said I was going to be like my father, a heroin addict and an alcoholic. They said I was going to jail with my tios and my primo for selling guns and drugs. I said I don't have what it takes. I said, Robert, you can't win, you're a loser. And it doesn't get easier when you get older. When you become an adult, people are always poking at you. When I wrote my first book, From the Barrio to the Boredom in 2008, I had a partner. The word is I had a partner. And he read my book. He said, Robert, that's a great book. And as he walked out of my office without skipping a beat or skipping a breath, he goes, it'll never be a bestseller. I ran into that guy 2 weeks ago. He goes, hey, how's it going? I said, man, I'm in 25 countries. How do you like me now? Woo! Anybody ever tell you that you can't do something? Has anybody ever told you that you can't do something? Never get any annual report card, never make the team, right? Never get those nice shoes, never go to Chicago, right? Never here. Help me out here, help me out. What do you call those people who throw you under the bus, kick you to the curb, and pull you down like crabs in the bucket in the neighborhood? What do you call them? They're called haters! You gotta get rid of your negative friends. My Amaruka told me years ago, my grandpa said, you show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are. So I'm going to give you some advice, and this is important. I want you to listen to this. And if anybody asks you who told you, you say, Robert Renteria from the barrio came down to Irene Hernandez, and this is what he had to say. You ready? You show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Hang around good people. People who have elevate you and your little brothers and sisters so that all of you can spread your wings and fly like the angels God intended you to be. And number two, if you're the smartest person in your group, trust me when I tell you, you better get a new group. And don't ever let anybody ever tell you that you can't do something, because as long as you have a corazón, a heart, struggle, the greater the victory. The greater the struggle, the greater the victory. Your pain, my pain, our pain is not in vain. Quitting, by the way, quitting is not an option. Can anybody tell me why? Does anybody know why? I'm going to tell you why. The reason quitting is not an option is because you're Latinos and Latinas and Latinos and Latinos don't quit no matter what. Now I know some people might say, well, but you don't understand, it's tough out there, right? It's tough. It's like this, right? Somebody knocking on the door. Who's that? That's the man. He wants his rent. Rent is due. Water bill, gas bill, light bills are late. People losing their jobs, their houses, their cars, they're having to sell various other statistical objects, and people are filing bankruptcy all around the world, and nobody's immune. And I say that only because you see in life, a setback ain't nothing less than set up for a comeback. It ain't over till you win. So it doesn't matter how hard or how many times you're going to get knocked down, and you're going to get knocked down. I've been knocked down plenty. What matters how many times you get up and fight. And I'm not talking about with your knuckles and your fists, I'm talking about with your brain. The brain is the strongest muscle in your body. You can't be afraid to use it. And I know sometimes we think we're alone. Right? We think we're alone. We can't tell our secrets to nobody, and we can't ask for help, right? Because we're Latino, we have a lot of pride, right? You know, pride is good. When it moves you along, it makes you strong, but that's old school. You ask for help not because you're weak. You ask for help because you have to remain strong. You're not alone. The stakeholders in this community, the principal, the vice principal, the teachers, the counselors, the adults sitting over here on this side, they have a vested interest in your success. I just partnered personally with the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts of America, and the CEO of the Scouts is in the house. Jeff, would you please stand up? Give it up. Join the Scouts for free. It'll cost you nothing. Are you in on that? Yeah. All right. But I want you to talk to your principal because we're going to make that happen. Listen, I know it's tough out there. So I want you to repeat after me. No matter how bad it is, no matter how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. People in life don't fail because they aim high and miss. They fail because they aim too low and they hit, so we have to raise the bar. And I want you to take your shot. And I want you to shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you're going to land with the stars. Okay, I want to take you back in time a little bit. I'm going to share my story with you, some of the stuff that you don't know about me, okay? As you know, I grew up in the barrio of East Los Angeles. And we were poor. We were really poor. Somebody asked me how poor we were.
How poor you were?
What was that? Good question. Thanks for asking. We were so poor that one night this guy broke into our house to try to steal from us, and we robbed him. That's how poor we were. We were poor. You know, as a child, I slept on a smelly mattress on a concrete floor in a musty basement. And at night time, you hear the sounds of mouse traps popping. And around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd be woken up because little scratches across my arm, my chest, my neck, and my face because the house was infested with mice, rats, and roaches. My father was in and out of jail. And when my father wasn't in jail, he was robbing people because he needed the money to buy the drugs to put him in his arm. My dad was a heroin addict and an alcoholic. When my mother got married, she didn't know that my father was doing drugs. See, she was in love with his good looks and his smooth-talking ways. Right? And after 3 months, she found vials of heroin in the toilet taken behind the dresser. And she was petrified. Who wouldn't be? My mother was raised in believing in blue skies and butterflies, and life doesn't work that way. At the age of 3, my father left the family. And the only legacy he left was a pile of bills. Right here. That's my father left us. A pile of bills and a bunch of empty bottles of booze in the trash can. But my mother, she persevered. She was strong. Working 2 and 3 jobs, so my sister and I did not become part of the system. My mother cleaned houses and toilets and painted houses and babysat, worked in factories. But she was strong. And I'm going to tell you, the most important thing in life is family. You protect it and respect it and don't abuse the privilege. At the age of 6, I was taken to a carnival. You guys know the ride, the octopus? Yeah. Okay, well, I got on that ride. And when the ride finished, I got off. And they said I went back because I dropped something. And they started the ride again. It turned around, hit me the right side of the head. And it had me fly 50 feet in the air until I hit the ground. Bam! And there was a bone sticking out of my head. A compound fracture. And I was bleeding profusely. It was pandemonium, chaos. People were screaming and fainting. They called the ambulance to come get me. And it took 15 minutes. They took me to a hospital. And that hospital could not take care of me. So they took me to a second hospital. And by chance of a miracle, there was a doctor performing brain surgery on someone else. So they rushed him in. And the doctor told my mama, said, your hijo's not going to make it. You should maybe make his funeral arrangements, and if he does live, you're going to have to put him into an institution. But my mother believed in God. She goes, that's not going to happen. So what happened was, 8 hours in surgery, 4 days in a coma, I woke up. Tangled in a barrage of tubes and wires, and looking over me was my beautiful mother. And she says, I knew God would not take my only son. Not my hijo. But the doctors were right. I couldn't walk, talk, or read or write. So they had to put me in a school for the physically disabled and the mentally challenged. And there were kids missing arms and legs. And they couldn't talk. And I had to get to rehabilitation. I had to learn how to walk again and talk again. And when I started to move, I was in there for 3 years wearing a football helmet because my head was like an egg yolk. If you touch it, it would pop. But after 3 years, I walked out of that school tall and strong and on my own. And we had done what they said could not be done. You know what that means? That means we're Latino. That's why I went through that school and got through it. So can you. Right? I know it's tough out there. And I know you think you're alone, but you're not alone. I have a question for you. How many here in this room read my book? From the body to the border.
I'll read it.
That's absolutely amazing. That's living proof. That's living proof that a little boy or a girl can come from the barrio or the ghetto and stand before you as a public author. Dreams really do come true. So when I got out of that school, my mother remarried. And she took me where we lived in the apartments. It was like the projects. Okay? And the guy was a hardworking guy, but he was a boozer. He drank a lot of whiskey and fumando. And he lost his job. He came home one night after work after losing his job. And I was in my room. And he smelled like whiskey. And he came in and pulled me out of the room. I'm a little guy, right? And he starts beating up on me till you're black and blue. What are you going to do? And to add insult to injury, he used to hit on my mom. And he used to send my mom to the hospital, leaving her bloody and battered. Women. I'm talking to the boys, especially the boys. You don't put your hands on girls or women. Because women and girls aren't just beautiful and smart, but because they're the greatest gifts that God ever created in this lifetime. Girls, am I right or am I right? Yeah. So what happened was, I got old enough, I ran away. And I started running and gunning, stealing and dealing. Did I sell drugs? Yes. Did I do drugs? Yes. Did I rob houses? Yes. Did I steal cars? Yes. Had I become my father's son? Shamefully, yes. Am I proud of myself? Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you, the guilt is a heavy burden for you to carry on for the rest of your life. And I spent the next few years like a dog chasing his tail in circles. You guys ever see a dog chase his tail? Yeah. That was me. Until I found a new family, a dysfunctional family called gangs. And let me tell you about gangs. Gang banging and violence is not a lifestyle, but it's a death style. You can't be at the wrong place at the wrong time because you're going to find yourself getting killed and you're going to be a statistic. The ultimate weapon is not a loaded gun, but it's an educated mind. You got to stay in school. So I moved in after I was living on the streets, eating out of trash cans, sleeping in the back seat of people's cars, in alleys. I lived in Los Angeles where it wasn't cold, so I slept out in the park. Right? Homeless. So I moved in with my abuelito, my grandpa. And I got a phone call that my father, my real father, died in a halfway house on Skid Row. Skid Row, Los Angeles, where the hobos live. My father died of bomb. heroin addict, and an alcoholic. So I wanted to see who this guy was because I spent my whole life wondering why he didn't love me. But when I got there, I realized he didn't love me, he didn't love himself. And I gave the death certificate to the lady at the desk, and she gave me a key. She said, room number 66. So as I'm walking through the hallway of the flippery lights, it was stale smelling, the room smelled like urine. And there was prostitutes and pimps and derelicts and alcoholics reaching out and saying, hey, give me some money. I need money, give me money. And I was scared, and I'm shaking. I'm 17 years old, and I get to the door like this, and I finally get the key in the hole. I turn the doorknob. I open the door real slow as I looked in, and it was like deja vu. You see, my father had left me again the same way he had left me when I was only 3 years old, with more bottles of booze in the trash can. A lot of people think that you can control drugs and control alcohol. But I'm here to tell you they'll always take control of you no matter what. And my father's death proved to me that if you play with the devil, you're going to get burned. And I got burned. Because I wasn't just playing with the devil, how I was sleeping with the devil. And I made a drug deal that went bad. I delivered the drugs in a briefcase to this guy's house. He opens it up, takes a knife, takes a slice, tastes it. It was pure cocaine. So he reaches into the drawer. I thought he was going to give me a big wad of money, and he pulls out a big gun. He pulls a gun at my face, and he looked at me and said, say goodnight, and he pulled the trigger twice. But by the grace of God, it was a misfire. So I tackled the guy to the ground, and I started beating on this guy, and I got up to run out the door. It was a glass door. And I come pushing through the door, tumbling on the other side, now full of cuts and glass all over my body. In my neck, there's blood gushing. I'm running down the street to my Volkswagen, had a little bug. And I remember saying, God, if you let me live, God, if you let me live, I will sin no more. And I went to my Abuelito's house. And there's blood everywhere. I'm in the bathroom trying to get the glass out of my body and trying to wash up. And my grandpa had seen the blood on the floor. He comes knocking on the door. He said, Mijo, let me in. So my grandpa comes in. He said, what happened? And I told him. So he helped me get all bandaged up and cleaned up. And he grabbed me by the neck and he sat me down in the kitchen. He said, Mijo, you got to get out of here. If you don't leave here, you're going to end up dead or in prison. And I love my Abuelito. He says, don't be an old man one day sitting in a bar having a drink saying, I wish I would have. Full of regrets. Don't be an old man or an old woman sitting there looking for the answer at the bottom of the bottle, because the answer is not at the bottom of the bottle, the answer is within you. So I listened to him. So I went back and got my GED, my high school diploma, and I made the best decision of my life. I joined the military, the United States Army. Thank you. I was sent to Germany. And when I got to the post, I was checking into the barracks. All the guys wanted to take me downtown for a bite to eat, so we go to the front gate where all the taxi cabs are. Can anybody tell me what kind of taxi cabs they have in Germany? Do you know? Mercedes-Benz taxi cabs. Can you imagine that? I had never been in Mercedes-Benz. I tried to steal one when I was in the 8th grade, but I'd never been in one. So here's what happened. I traveled all over the world, jumping out of helicopters and airplanes. I learned about duty, honor, country, camaraderie, respect. I learned about a word called character. Can anybody tell me what that word character means? Anybody? Character is not just doing what's right when somebody's watching you, it's doing the right thing when nobody's watching you. So, after we served our country for over 7 years as a non-commissioned officer, I was ready to go home and be a leader and a man. I was ready. But guess what happened when I got home? My peeps, my homeboys, had elevated their game to dealing heavy drugs. Some of them got smoked and dusted in gang violence and drug violence, and the others are doing hard time in a federal penitentiary, doing 25 to life. Living in a 6x9 behind cold metal bars, wearing an orange jumpsuit, being told how to walk, how to talk, when to eat, when to sleep. That's not life. That's not why God gave us gifts when we were born. And as an author over the last 11 years, I've been to women's prisons and men's prisons. I've been to boys' detention centers and girl detention centers, and bad things happen in those places. There are consequences for your actions. So next time you want to go and screw up, remember that the guy from the video came here and told you bad things happen in prison to people. You don't want to go there. My peeps called me a punk and a sellout because I didn't want to mess with these guys. They called me a chicken. A chicken. I said, go ahead and go. So I decided to leave again. And I came to Chicago, in 1990 with $200 and a big duffel bag that I carried, and I slept on a friend's floor in a one-bedroom apartment. He said, you can stay with me when you're looking for a job, but you gotta sleep on the floor. So not my first time on the floor, I'm cool. Blankets and pillows, right? Reading newspaper every day, and all I could afford to eat back then was Arby's sandwiches 5 for $5. That's all I could afford. Half a sandwich on Monday morning, half a sandwich at night, make the 4 sandwiches last throughout the week, drank a lot of water, lost a lot of weight, but I said, I want to be somebody. I want to be somebody. And I got a job in the commercial laundry industry selling washers and dryers. So you're from Chicago, you know the laundromats, Bubble and Spin Cycle, you know those laundromats? Guess who built those laundromats? I did. And I worked hard. Yeah, I worked hard. I worked hard every week and every holiday. People never saw me coming. I worked hard for 5 years. 5 años, I didn't see my mama. And whether people are going to the movies or going to dinner or having a barbecue or walking their little chihuahua named Pepito, I was working. Right? They never saw me coming. And after 5 years, I became vice president of a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. If I had to go back and do it again in today's time, could it be done? Likely not. I was at the right place, right time, I took my shot. But today, to get it done, you need your education. Bright futures are built on a strong education, and equal education means equal pay and levels the playing field, and it's a great equalizer for any race. Any race. So that first year, I outsold everybody in the company. And I called my mom because they had given me a $44,000 Christmas bonus. That's a lot of money back then, that's a lot of money now. So I called my mom, I said, Mom, I'm coming home for Christmas, let's go and eat. So I took my mom out to dinner, and I gave her a bag. And she said, what is it? I said, what do you think it is? She goes, it's my necklace, because girls like jewelry, right, girls? And I said, no, Mama, it's not your necklace, open it up. So she reaches into the bag and she pulls out a set of keys. And my mother looked really confused when she looked at me. She goes, Mijo, what does this mean? And I told my mama, I started crying, I had a lump in my throat. I said, Mama, this means you'll never ever have to take the bus again. That was one of the greatest moments in the history of my life. And I was able to go back and tell my mama how much I loved her, that I wasn't a loser, and that I made it. And to apologize for all the pain I put her through by coming, trying to sneak in at night when we thought she was sleeping. You know what I'm talking about. Your mother's in the kitchen with the light out, and you guys are coming home late, and she's worried about you. She loves you. So today, do me a favor, when you go home, tell your mom and papa that you love them. They work hard, that you can be here and get a good education. You know what I mean? Your parents love you. There's nothing more important in life than family. Please remember that. So what I did was I went back to corporate America for 6 years. I jet set all over the country, all over the world, making deals, right? And then one night I'm sitting there having dinner. I said, I'm going to take a shot. And I'm not talking about taking a shot at tequila. I'm talking about taking a shot and start my own business. I had saved some money, right? Made all the contacts, and everybody laughed at me. He said, Robert, you can't do that. Everybody's bigger than you. I said, I don't care. I'm going to do it. I started my own company, and in 3 years, we became the #1 distribution company in the United States of America. And, you know, I thought I had everything I ever wanted. I really did. I grew up sleeping on a basement. Came to Chicago, I was sleeping on the floor. Now I have a big house on a pond. I used to ride a bike, take the bus, walk, hitchhike, or bum rides. Now I had a Mercedes-Benz. A few bucks in the bank, some nice clothes, flying first class, and I wasn't eating beans and tortillas anymore. I was eating langosta, steak and lobster. But see, I share that with you. I shared that with you not to impress you. I shared that with you to empower you, because I learned that the 2 greatest days of your life are the day you're born and the day you realize why you're born. And I wanted to give back. I wanted to make sure that I made a contribution to humankind, that people didn't end up like my father. an alcoholic and heroin addict, or they didn't end up like me, almost dying. So I wrote a book. The book that you guys read, From the Barrio to the Boardroom. I've written the barrio, I've written Little Barrio, we had a play, and I'm proud to announce to you that next year, 2019, the Barrio to the Boardroom book is going to be turned into a movie called The Barrio. This book, for generations to come, for decades to follow, till the end of time, people are going to be reading this book. And the reason I asked you who read the book is I have a confession to make. It's the first time I made this confession in public, and I hope you're not going to be angry. But this book, From the Barrio to the Border, is not really my story. It has my name on it, but it's not the Robert Renteria story. I confess. Do you know whose story this is?
It's the oldest.
Whose story is this? Can you tell me? From the Barrio to the Boredom is your story. I wrote it for you. It is your story. Yeah. It's a story of a lot of people. It's a story of a lot of people all over this wonderful place called the United States of America who work hard, who make a lot of sacrifices, and do whatever we got to do legally, come out clean on the other side. It's a story of hope and dreams. He got us. But he said, well, yes, you can if you believe. And if you believe, my little brothers and sisters, today, you can overcome seemingly impossible obstacles. I know, and I know you know. So I want you guys to dream, and I want you to dream big. Because if the dream is big enough, the odds don't even matter. When I was a kid, my mom said, mijo, if you see it, you can beat it. And I had forgotten she said that till the other day. I was out of school talking to little third graders, and they're drawing pictures. And I went up to this one girl, she had curly hair, she was really pretty. I said, what's your name? She goes, my name is Gabriela. I said, Gabriela, what are you drawing a picture of? She goes, I'm drawing a picture of God. And I stood there for a second, I scratched my head, I said, you know, Gabriela, nobody knows what God looks like. And then she looked at me with her big, beautiful brown eyes. She said, Mr. Renteria, they go in a minute. If you see it, you can be it. What we're going to do right now is we're going to open the floor so that you can ask me any question you want to ask me, anything you want to know. But just be careful because I am from the barrio, okay? So the floor is yours. Miss Gonzalez? Let her go. Go ahead.
You quoted, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. I have a similar quote saying, lose one friend, lose all friends, lose yourself. Do you actually think your friends dictate who you are?
Not at all. You dictate. You're the producer of your own movie. You're in charge, okay? You listen to you. Don't listen to them, right? All right. Who's next? Yes, stand up.
Hello.
What's your question? Talk so they can hear you. What's the question?
If you didn't take that trip to Chicago, what do you think you'd be doing right now? And do you think you would be successful as you are today?
Well, first of all, I can't play Monday morning quarterback and guess that I wouldn't be here because I came here. So that's what happened. But if I didn't take this path of being successful in the laundromat business, I'd be successful in anything else I wanted to be because I believe in myself. Show some lot of respect to your fellow students. Who's next?
Who or what gave you that push into success?
All that I am and all that I ever will be in life, I owe to my mama. See, my mother not only gave me life, but my mother is the love of my life. It was my mother. Thank you very much for asking.
What were your best and worst moments while stepping forward to who and where you are now?
I would say say that I'm taking my own advice today. I used to allow other people to influence me, and I used to have people in my ear, and I would believe what they would say. That's why I'm telling you, don't ever let anybody ever tell you that you can't do something. That's the tagline on my book, right? So I took my own advice. I stopped listening to other people. We're talking.
¿Cómo te sientes ahora con todo lo que has pasado? ¿Te afecta eso hoy en tu vida?
I couldn't hear it all.
¿Te afecta todo por lo que has pasado hoy en día?
I believe that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay? So anything that happened to me in life, I use it to propel me forward. I never look back, I always look forward. Because when you get knocked down in life, take my advice. When you get knocked down, if you can look up, you can get up. Okay? Who's next?
Jasmine Zavala.
How did you resist the urge of punching people in the face when it was that you couldn't do it because you were letting go?
Let me tell you something. I really believe in non-violence, okay? You don't put your hands on people. I already told you don't put your hands on a girl, but you don't put your hands on anybody. It's called conflict resolution. You should be able to amicably settle your differences by talking things out, okay? That's how you settle your differences. You sit down. You don't always have to agree with everybody, but you can agree to disagree. You just got to talk it out. Yes?
Let's see Olivares.
In the back.
What future advice would you give to someone that is going through the same thing you are going through, like being abused by a family?
If you're going through something at home where somebody is trying to sell you drugs, or somebody's beating on you, or doing something they shouldn't be doing, you need to tell somebody. Ask for help. Okay? Knock on the door and ask for help. I'll guarantee you that the faculty in this school, the adults on this side of the room, they're here today because they want to help, so ask for help. Yes, next.
Buenas tardes. Qué buen libro, un libro muy bueno. Y pues mi pregunta es, ya que usted vivió en la época de las pandillas, usted sabe que eso es muy peligroso para los jóvenes, ¿cómo haría usted para acabar eso hoy en día?
You gotta surround yourself around a different group of people, okay? He's asking about the gangs and being around the gangs. You know, they're not your family. It's a mirage. They lure you in, they bait you, and then you start doing things you shouldn't be doing in life. Let me tell you something about gangs again, okay? I've been busted. Just so you know, I've been busted. I've been arrested. There's nothing cool about going to jail. Here's how it breaks down. They handcuff you, all right? They put you in the backseat of a squad car. They take you to the police station. You're humiliated sitting in the backseat. They take you out. They photograph. They fingerprint you. And then you got to call your mom or your dad and say, Mama, come get me. I'm in jail. And then it gets worse because the next day they put it into the blog and the paper and everybody in this town knows what you have done. And to make it worse, that's not something you can put on your resume. Stay away from gangs. Next question, Sonia.
How would you describe your life when you were young and now? What can you tell your young self?
I wish that I would have surrounded myself around good people. All my friends were losers. Right? Growing up, they're all losers. Zeros. So I would say that, you know, I'm telling you guys, nobody wants to be a zero. And I was a zero. So I told you, aim high. Find good friends. Make better choices and stay in school. That's what I would have done differently.
So my question is, how would your life be in your eyes if you never experienced poverty and living?
I would say that I have no regrets. When I was a little kid, I say we were poor, but everybody in the neighborhood was poor. I mean, when I was a kid, we didn't have milk. You know what I had in my baby bottle? Water. Bean juice. Yeah, we were poor. But you know what? I have no regrets. Because Next.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So after finding out the impact you have made on children, not only children, those who are very good, what would be the next step to try to do in your foundation? And have you ever tried personally involving yourself into these children's lives?
Well, good question. It's beyond the book. Okay, we've written books. We have curriculum for schools and churches. So the schools, we donate our curriculum to schools around the world, middle schools and high schools. We work with the ministries. We partner with Papa John's. We partner with Boy Scouts. We're partnering with very different groups all over the city, right? So we can make a difference. It does take a village to raise and to save a child. So we're doing it through collaboration. Good question. Yes.
How did you persevere throughout your life knowing you grew up in a bad neighborhood?
You know what? I just never quit. Quitting's not an option. Like I said, just don't give up. No matter what. Don't give up. Yes.
De todos los consejos que vienen de su libro, ¿cuál sería el principal que nos daría a nosotros, los jóvenes de la comunidad hispana, para lograr nuestros sueños y superarlos?
My advice to the kids in the Hispanic community is you stay in school. Right? Stay in school no matter what. Don't quit. Yes. Next.
Why did you decide to become an author?
The reason I decided to become an author, that's a great question, is because, you see, we have money for wars and can't feed the poor. We have children, teenagers, and adults like walking around lost in a culture of darkness, and I decided to do something about it. Some people just walk the walk and others talk the talk. I said I want to talk the talk and put my money where my mouth is. The Barrio books, the Barrio program was self-funded. I invested into your futures to put you in the pipeline for future successful Latinos, and I have invested $350,000 of my own money to make sure that you're successful. Mr. Guys, we have time for maybe 2 more questions.
How did your parents feel about the American dream?
You know, since we progressed forward, my sister, she lives in Huntington Beach on the beach. She's doing good. She came from the barrio, okay? My other sister is going to be a doctor. My niece is the first Latina in our family to graduate from college, okay? She's going to be a doctor. Where you came from, Texas, who you are, if you have any part of who you become, you respect your roots. Ms. Gonzalez, you got time for maybe 2 more questions?
What was the name of a game you were in?
Okay, check this out. The question was, what was the name of the gang that I was in? You guys want to know the name of the gang I was in? I will tell you. There's a universal name for gangs, and you may not be aware of it, but I want to teach you this today. Right? The name of the gang I was in, and the name of every single gang across this city, across this country, around the world, the name of the gang is called Los Pendejos, because you're going to be crazy to be in a gang. What was the question? Yes, stand up. Can't hear you.
How does having a positive male figure help you succeed in life?
Listen, there's a lot of people out there, and you call them mentors, okay? There's a lot of organizations that want to help, okay? I just did a speech in June for Rotary International Global Peace Building Conference for literacy and education. Rotary International has an initiative to help stop the violence, and Rotary International is in the house today, okay? They're here to mentor you, they're here to help, that's why the Scouts are here, that's why these other groups are here, so that you're not alone, okay? So you have to reach out to people. If you're not in a home that's dysfunctional, you have somebody that you can reach out to, call on us. We have a huge team of people ready to deploy and come out and help you in the community. You reach out to people that can help you get where you gotta go. Yes, Sonia.
The last question.
Last question.
What is your vision for Latinos?
Good question. My vision for the Latinos our time. It's our time, it's our time, it's Latino time, and it's an idea whose time has come. That one of you in this room, or your brothers and sisters, or another Latino across this city or across this great country, mark my word, we will swear in your lifetime, in my lifetime, the first Latino and or Latina, the President of the United States of America. It's our time, mi gente. Our time. I have a surprise for you. Check this out. Okay, do you see this card? Check this out. I have a surprise. There's 17, maybe 20 of you who are going to win a prize. So right now, I want you to look under your chair and pull out one of these tickets. And I want you to believe in this great country we live in, because believe it or not, it's still the greatest land on the face of the earth. And of infinitely more importance, more than I and the other speaker or author will ever address you in this lifetime, I would ask you to please believe in the Almighty God. My wish for all of you is success and never less. And I want you to know that I came here today. I want all of you to know that I came here today because I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Gracias y que no me bendiga.